with my settings first. How about that?
All right.
That's probably a little better, right?
Yeah.
Yes, no? Okay, cool. Sweet. Do you have the VODs that you selected?
Yeah, I didn't get a top player VOD yet. I'm undecided between two.
That's okay.
But I have my set.
Don't worry so much about getting a top player set. You would be surprised how much there is to learn from pretty much any set as long as you are like taking it seriously. And essentially,
Exactly.
as long as what I'm watching from you is your authentic gameplay, um, that's that's pretty much all that's necessary, in my opinion. Because
I have a question. Do
what's
you
up?
pull VODs like or replays off your Switch often?
Well, for myself, I don't particularly, but you can upload Switch replays straight to YouTube from the dock from the Nintendo, so like it's not hard.
Oh, okay. Because
Um,
is that better quality than actually just saving it to an SD card? Because that's what I did, and the bitrate is like terrible.
it just kind of depends. There's really no way to natively export high quality video from the Switch itself. The best and easiest way to do it is use a capture card software on your computer to just record it externally. So like for
Yeah.
me, I can record full quality gameplay if I just push the like native signal source straight to the Elgato, and then I just record through that. But that's a lot more work than just going into going into the replay setting on Smash and saying, hey, I want to make a replay. Like
Exactly.
as long as it's not a phone video, and to be honest, phone videos
No,
are
it's not that
ultimately
bad. It's
fine.
just I'm going to school for computer engineering, and I don't really do a lot of like I do VOD reviews on my Switch, but I've never exported it to my PC, and I've considered getting a capture card. It's just I don't know.
I wouldn't sweat the
I've
details,
never really
man.
looked into it.
I'm telling you, like just use the replay export function. It goes straight to YouTube. Like it's so easy. Don't because like unless you're trying to count frames, it doesn't matter whether it's 60 frames or 30. It
Exactly.
really doesn't, and that's the only reason to even use 60 frames per second. Is to count frames and counting frame. I don't know. Like it doesn't. It's not important at the end of the day. Okay, let's see what you got, man.
Alrighty.
I wish the brightness on this microphone was a little better, or this
This is
webcam.
gonna be a best of five. I've played this guy a couple times. He's not. I mean, I'm in the indie region, but I traveled to Chicago a lot for locals, so like Ignite. But he's like the best Zelda in Chicago. So I played him a couple times, and the reason I'm gonna say that is because I do know a little bit of his habits. So this isn't my first time playing him.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to give a precursor to that.
Gotcha.
Do you just want to jump right into it?
Please. So yeah, okay. So this is. Oh, so you're sharing the video with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you want me to send you the video?
I would prefer that you send it to me so that I can.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
screen share with you, and that way anybody who's
Oh,
watching
okay.
can see it at the same time. That's
Oh.
generally how I do it. Yeah, because you is it on your computer or did you have it exported to YouTube already?
It's on my computer. I exported it as an
Okay.
MP4. That's why I
That's
was asking.
kind of more pain then. It's probably better that I just
Exactly.
stream it off your screen then. No big deal. Give me just a second. I can make some adjustments. It's not a big deal. I can just have Discord as my main screen. Go ahead and re-screen share. Um, Go ahead and re-screen share. I should be able to be
All
okay.
right.
Notes. I'll just switch. There we go. Okay, cool. My notes are showing up, right? Yeah, there they are. But I need them. I want them a little bit more front and center than that.
It's gonna take a minute to load.
Not a big deal. Okay, that works. Click.
All right.
Okay, so this is the beginning of the set, right? So this is you're playing.
This is game one.
You're playing Joker, right?
Correct.
Sekanu's notes. Joker versus Zelda. Cool. All right, man. Well, so you said you've played this person before. Who is this Zelda player?
His name's Yash Hill. He's from Chicago.
Okay,
And
I'm
I'm pretty positive he's the best Zelda in Chicago. I could be wrong, but
not sure how many Zelda players are vying for the title, but I'll respect it regardless.
exactly.
Does he go to all the Tri-Point stuff that's there on the southwest
Yes.
side? Okay, so that's the big one from what I understand. The one that's south, like west of the highway, kind of away from
I
the lake a little
think
bit.
Ignite is. Oh, I wouldn't say it's bigger, but Ned does go to Ignite, so.
Okay, so talk to me about why you picked this set. This is offline, right, or is it online?
No, this is online. We just played this 2 days ago. I
Okay,
wanted something pretty recent because I feel like it's been 5 months since I played offline, and a lot has changed.
for
But
sure.
I feel like there's still a lot to learn because I've never actually watched a VOD with another, like, not another. I haven't had a high level player watch my VODs, so I feel like it's going to be insightful.
This will be a great opportunity to get started. Then, yeah, let's take a looky.
Exactly. All right, you just want me to hop
Yeah,
in?
I'm just gonna jump in without looking at too many expectations because I'm assuming you understand how this matchup works, right?
Yeah, well, you'll be surprised. A little bit. I feel like I watched this game back myself, not the whole set yet, and already watching this game back, I feel like I learned a lot as far as you'll see. We'll talk about it.
Hold on, give me
You'll understand.
just a second. I think what I might actually do is if you're not super familiar with this matchup, what I always like to do at the beginning of all my coaching sessions is I like to outline what my understanding of a matchup is, and I like to compare that to what I see.
Okay.
And then let me just kind of tweet out that we're doing stuff here. Okay. Nice. I can spell. TV. Nice. Cool. That looks good. Tweet. Okay. So, and this is normally why I like to write down notes in general because I think that, how's it go? The shortest pencil is sharper than the longest memory. Writing things down is such a great way to retain information over time, in my opinion. So,
I agree.
Joker versus Zelda, right? We're going to get right to the meat and potatoes of it. Joker's win conditions, right? Joker's goals. What does he want to do in this matchup? Joker wants to. This matchup is like everything revolves around playing around Phantom. The goal is to pressure Zelda so that she can't favorably gain a favorable position by having the threat of the Phantom there, and you do that by closing the distance so that she's uncomfortable dealing with you. Although Rakarakarn can reflect it, it's not. I wouldn't consider that a reliable descriptor of the matchup. You know.
And that's exactly what I was going to talk about is my Phantom counterplay I feel like is extremely poor, and I'm trying to react to the Zelda player's timing on Phantom, and I shouldn't do that. It's awful, but it's a really bad habit.
That makes sense. Phantom's tough, man. I think Phantom is one of these less understood moves where people more often than not end up respecting it too much, and I think Zelda players take advantage of that. So I'm going to talk about how Phantom works in a second, but I'm still trying to make sure I have my goals lined out. So playing around Phantom, pressure Zelda so she can't pull Phantom willy nilly. Force Zelda to pop Phantom early to stuff your approach. Zelda getting a full charge Phantom and not getting pressured at all is a win condition for Zelda. And what that means is like you have to run at Zelda because you know what happens if she pops Phantom and then you just run at her? What's she gonna do? Like literally, what is she gonna do? She has to
Literally,
immediately shoot the Phantom to stop you, and then so you're
exactly.
gonna get hit by what? Rank 1 Phantom? Like who cares? Literally, who cares? So you can just run up and block, and then if she can't react in time, then she's just gonna waste level 1 Phantom on block, and now you're that much closer, and she can't shoot another Phantom because you're too close. So what's the much more likely situation? I'll tell you. What's more likely is that the Zelda player understands that you don't want to get hit by the Phantom. And so when you approach, she's not going to push the button because she expects you to run up and block. Instead, she's going to call out your block, and she's just going to continue to charge Phantom. And now you've made the mistake of respecting Phantom too much. You need to force her to burn Phantom early. And the only way to force her to burn Phantom early is to commit to running all the way over there and hitting her. You have to call her out for it. And you have to say, hey, I don't think you're going to actually let Phantom go. I think you're going to charge it, so I'm just going to run over here and hit you. And you have to willingly leave yourself open to get hit by Phantom. That doesn't feel good, and it's not an intuitive thought process. Why would I get hit by Phantom? You get hit by Phantom to force Zelda away from the inevitable result, which is you want Zelda to waste Phantoms on block, but she's not going to throw them on your shield until you prove to her that you're willing to run into them, if that makes sense. You have to work backwards. The good thing is that again, if you start running into Phantoms, it's like rank 1 Phantom. Who gives a shit? Who cares? And that's a really positive thing, right? That's why Zelda's not super good, even though her buffs have been crazy. Phantom inherently has to be burned immediately to stuff someone approaching, and it's only really effective once it starts hitting tier 3, tier 4 power, and that's when the pressure kind of starts getting pretty ridiculous. That's my understanding of how Phantom works on a basic nutshell. Is basically you want to force her to spend it early, so that you can start running up and blocking it. Because then the next time you run up, she's going to be like, oh, this guy's crazy. He's going to run up and block. He's going to run up and hit me. So I need to shoot Phantom early, and then you block it, and that's how you neutralize Phantom. How can you trick the Zelda player into shooting Phantom into your shield? Well, you have to convince them that you're willing to get hit by it. So that being said, right, that's kind of general Phantom counterplay. I would say that the most important thing to do as Joker in this matchup is to understand how Phantom works, and that's for any character. That's not really a Joker specific goal, but it is Joker's goals, right? That's how he wins, is by having a strong understanding of how to deal with Phantom's pressure, and it helps that Joker has great mobility. I would say, smart Rebels guards are important in this matchup to snowball and to, more importantly, to force Zelda to approach. So Zelda doesn't really want to approach in an ideal situation, and I'll kind of clarify that. Zelda loves to approach after she has a full Phantom, because then her pressure is really awful to deal with. What she doesn't want to do is she doesn't want to just play the game without a Phantom at all. And that's what you want her to do, is you want her to feel bad about camping you so that she feels like she doesn't have time to pull out a Phantom, or pulling out a Phantom is a bad idea. And it's tough to do, right? Because the timing for Phantom is kind of strict to deal with it yourself, where she can just press the button and release it at any time, if I'm correct. Okay, so what are some other goals here too, right? So I would say effectively punish Zelda for bad up Bs. Corollary, do not hit her shield badly, because you will die to up B at 70%. That move's super, super good. Number 3 rule for Joker's goals: understand very clearly which one of your moves cannot be punished by lightning kick out of shield. So Zelda's out of shield game gets significantly worse as soon as she can't kick you in the face with bear or fair, and you have to know what individual moves put you low enough on the ground that you'll be okay. So down tilt, probably fine. Forward smash, I don't know. I don't know if forward smash low profiles you enough to avoid kicks. Back air into crouch, yeah, probably. But this idea is really important, because if you can force Zelda to lightning kick out of shield and miss, she's super open. That's a minus bajillion move. It's so easy to kill Zelda if she whiffs a lightning kick. And so having a good understanding of what moves actually let you low profile lightning kick is super vital, in my opinion. Because if not, you're going to hit her shield and you're going to be like, aha, I did shield pressure. And then she's going to lightning kick you for 25 damage. You're going to die. And it's well, that wasn't worth it. No, it wasn't worth it at all. Okay. That, I think, is the 3 most important things. Play around Phantom, punish Zelda for bad up Bs, and understand how to play around lightning kick out of shield. As long as you do all those things, I think Joker kind of wins pretty solidly. So what are Zelda's goals? Right? Zelda's goals. Number 1, use dash attack to create space to make phantoms. Dash attack sends people pretty far away, and it's a great burst option, and it's kind of safe. So dash attack is really good for Zelda because once she sends you away, you can't really contest her from setting up shop with a phantom. So in my opinion, like it's kind of not the best choice for her to set up a phantom immediately because then you're just going to take stage and then she's going to be cornered. Now if she knows that you don't know the matchup and she can get away with just phantoming whenever she wants, then that doesn't matter. You know, Zelda gets to play however she wants. You don't know the matchup. That's different. But when someone knows the matchup, I think that playing footsies and looking to get a stray hit to create space. Like it's like Diddy Kong. Like you don't just pull a banana. You have to hit them first, and then after you hit them, instead of chasing them, you use the space that you've created by winning neutral to pull banana. It's the same way with Zelda, and it's the same way with most zoners. You hit somebody not to continue your advantage state, but to give yourself space to start up your zoning. Okay, so that would be number 1, right? Use dash attack to create space to make phantoms. I would say number 2 is don't give Joker free Arsene. No brainer what that means. I think it's very clear what that sentence means. Bad, lazy projectile zoning is just going to give him 6 Arsenes per stock, and nobody needs this. It's a lose condition. She generally speaking is going to want a fully charged Phantom and pressure you to where like you cannot Rebels Guard Phantom and also deal with her. Like that's kind of the win condition. Number 3, kill Joker early. Right, kill Joker early. With up B out of shield on block. So like Joker's not very heavy, and if you overcommit with Arsene and you like forward smash her shield or you back air her shield or any of those, like Zelda can like kill you at 80. She's really scary. Her damage output is kind of insane. And I would also argue that she probably has pretty decent edge guards against Joker. It's not it's not important because she can just set up against Phantom. Those I think are what I was gonna say are Zelda's main goals, right? Use dash attack to create space. Don't give Joker Arsene for free. Kill Joker early with up B out of shield on bad pressure. Okay, so those are the goals. That's the general idea what these characters are looking at, right? In my opinion, there's a lot of stuff to think about with these matchups, but this is a start. This is a start. So go ahead and start the game, man. Let's take a look.
All right. Yeah, and this set specifically, I think we're gonna see a lot of the Zelda goals because honestly, just reading those notes right here, because I have your stream pulled up so I can see the notes that you're writing. I think the reason I'm losing a lot of this is because I don't know my safe shield pressure, and they are well aware of my shield pressure, like how to punish it with up B and Phantom Kick. But we'll get right into it.
Sure, man.
All right. If you ever need me to pause, just let me know.
Sounds good. Oh, whoops. It got disconnected, I think. Hold on. I've been disconnected, it says.
You want me to restart it?
No, I'm sure it'll come back. Here,
Oh.
all right, whatever. Just try it. There we go. Okay, start from the beginning, man. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, this one got cut. Like, it didn't do the countdown. It just says go, so it's kind of annoying. All right, are you back on?
I'm back. Let's do it.
All right.
You need to get something off that fair one confirm. Good damage. Punish. Yeah. Okay, you don't die for it. Okay, let's. I wish that I could have some more positive control over this. Let's back up, man. Let's go.
All
Let's
right.
go back to that shield situation where you had her at ledge. So this situation here, right? Do you know what frame her up B at a shield is?
I do not.
Okay, do me a favor. Go ahead and pull out ultimate frame data on your phone, and I want you to bookmark that website. Tell everybody to do it. I think most people have used it before, but
I actually do have it bookmarked on my phone.
okay. Well, then let's take a look, right? So, because especially with stuff like this, like that understanding, right, of what can I do. Zelda is a set play character. What I mean by that is she's a character that has really strong options when they're guaranteed, but she has very poor options against characters who are able to non-committally pressure her. And I think one of the major problems that we're going to end up seeing from these games is that you're not going to understand how to pressure her non-committally. You're always going to pressure her committally in a situation where she can punish you with her limited tools. You got to be careful with that. So ultimate frame data, right? Let's take a lookie. Super simple, right? What is Zelda's up B? I'm looking at it on my phone.
It is a minus 19 on shield.
I don't care about that. What's the startup?
Oh. 6.
6. That's fast, dude.
Yeah.
That's like really fast. Think about that for a second. How many characters have a frame 6 move out of shield? Like almost nobody. Mario and Game & Watch.
I was just about to say, I think Mario and Game & Watch.
Mario, no, there's a couple.
Oh, and Lucina, right?
Lucina's is frame 4. It's invincible on frame 1, I think. I want to say that Zero Suit is frame 4, and Charizard is also frame 6. She's not the only person. Anyway, but frame 6 is fast, right? So what does frame 6 startup mean? It means if you hit her shield with anything that is laggier than -5, you cannot block in time, and she can true punish with up B. Now, before you do anything else, right, we're only looking at half the picture. There are two sides to looking at out-of-shield punishment. The first one is how fast is the move. The second one is what is the space that she can control out of shield with it. Let's look at the hitbox. What is the hitbox for Ferror's Wind?
It's pretty big. I don't really know what to say. I mean, it covers more than her entire body. Like
it does. So the thing you have to understand about Ferror's Wind is that not only does it have no problem hitting grounded opponents that are low profiled, it hits pretty close to her. So what is pretty much the only way that you can pressure her shield and not get hit by this hitbox?
I think, from my experience, space back air, and I sometimes get punished for fair 1, but I feel like it's because it's poorly spaced. I'm almost positive it is safe.
Here's the thing about spacing, man. It's not so much about the spacing, and it's about your drift. You need to drift away from Zelda, and you need to hit her kind of high so that you actually give your character some airtime. Now let's review this, right? So you roll past her. She does a forward smash and she misses. And then you jump up above her. And I want you to kind of take a look at this interaction. I want you to tell me where the mistake was. So let's watch the video. Watch stream. I'm here. Let's do it. This is the section. Yep, just play it. Just play that section.
All right.
Okay, right here. Look, where was Joker when she upbeat? You're like in her dress. Yeah, and so like you fast fell straight down. Now, when you're doing this down air, is your thought process, I'm going to safely pressure her shield, or is your thought process, I'm going to kill her by comboing down air into up smash?
Definitely down air and up smash.
Mm-hmm. And because you have the mindset of I need to make this down air comboable, I need to space this down air good vertically, you stopped paying attention to the horizontal spacing. So spacing is about two things, man. Like it's true that the closer you are to the ground after you hit someone's shield, the safer a move is. But that's only half the story. What if someone can have a true punish off the landing lag of your move? At that point, horizontal spacing starts to matter quite a bit. So let's put Joker above Zelda again. Can you freeze it to where Joker's above Zelda?
Yes.
Right before the down air comes out? So let's look at some options here, right? So before the down air comes out, right here, what are some options that we have to pressure her shield from right here that she does not have an answer for?
I can drift away back air.
You can. Why even think about anything else? Literally, why even think about anything else? That's it. That's it, dude. You play this Joker's a top tier. You don't have to overthink anything. You don't have to overthink a thing. Or, you know what you could have even done? You could have done a down air and then crossed her up towards the stage. Although I don't know why you would ever want to corner yourself like that. I'm telling you, the safest choice in this situation is to fall straight down on top of her and then drift away towards center stage while you back air her shield. Because check this out, if you drift straight down onto her shield and then only at the last second start to drift in towards center stage, that is very convincing on Wi-Fi. People think that you're going straight down. The drift to center stage happens at the last second. So people think that the up B is guaranteed. So what you're doing by drifting down and then at the last second turning your drift inwards and safely drifting away after you back air her shield is you're baiting the Zelda to up B out of shield. And if you'll notice, one of the things that I want you to understand here, how to effectively punish Zelda for bad up Bs, half of that is going to be understand how to get Zelda to up B badly. Well, how do you get Zelda to up B badly? You make her think that you're going to hit her shield badly, but then you don't. This is an opportunity that you had to make this Zelda player feel really bad. And it didn't happen because you did a move that doesn't make sense on block. It only makes sense on hit. Let's move on. I think the moral of the story was established. You have good DI and you don't die for it, but you waste a third of our send for it. Interesting combo. Oh, wow, she lives. What? I didn't know that. Okay. Good bait. Edge guard. Oh. Okay, hold on. Back up a little bit. Go back to that Nehru's Love.
The one on shield?
Yes. Right here. Do you still have Arsene right now?
Yes.
Why did you not delete her with up smash? That move is so minus. Go look at how minus Nehru's Love is on block. These kind of sets are, and I'm not going to be mad at you at this, like, especially with low tier characters like this, they thrive on you not understanding the matchup. They thrive on it. They hope to God that you are not able to punish these moves effectively.
I did not know that was minus 25.
This move is insanely minus. Minus 25. What can Joker do that has 25 frames of startup? Is forward smash frame 14? Do you know? It's faster. It's faster than that, I think.
I believe so.
Why don't we check? Why even guess? Let's find out.
I know it's not any faster.
J is for Joker. F smash is frame 16. So can you shield drop in frame 16 F smash this move? True? No. No, you can't. Because it's not minus 27, which is what it needs to be. However, you know what you can do? You can
up smash.
You can up smash, or you can also jump out of shield and down air into up smash, or down air into up air.
I thought about down air. Like, later on in the set, I punished it a couple times, but I was actually completely unaware if down air was, you know.
Okay, so now that we've got
an option here.
This basic premise set, right? Let's compare some of these moves, right? So we've got Nehru's Love, minus 25. Now I want you to take a look at forward smash, which is the move that you tried to punish with down air last time. Look at forward smash, and I want you to see how unsafe that move is on block. Look at Zelda's forward smash. It is nowhere near as unsafe as you think it is.
Okay. I passed it. I went to specials.
All good, man.
There we go. Minus 16.
Yes. So forward smash is relatively... You can up smash it, but also remember that forward smash has a lot of shield pushback. You know? So, in my opinion, if she does forward smash on shield, what are the two most common Zelda panic options when they are not wanting to get hit? There's two.
I think Nehru's
Yep,
like neutral B,
that's number one.
or
Or
at least in my experience, up B
yep,
because of like tele canceling.
yes.
But I feel like mileage may vary on that
Spot
depending
dodge.
on the player.
Spot dodge is also that one. And so like either way, if Zelda does forward smash into Nehru's and forward smash into spot dodge, you can jump out of shield and down air to cover both of those options with the same timing. And so even though forward smash is not that unsafe of a move, you can like guess what her defensive option afterwards will be to still confirm a punish. Okay, so let's move on. Right, Nehru's love did not get punished with a stock. You should have killed her for it. Let's continue reviewing what we got here. You got hit by Phantom. Good. Punish. Oh, okay. You should have up smash.
Yeah. So right here, my up smash frame data, even like, I mean, I guess Wi-Fi wouldn't really matter here. This is punishable with up smash.
Look at up B, dude.
This miss up B.
Look at Zelda's up B, man. Don't look at the safety on block because she didn't hit your shield.
Yeah.
Instead, you want to look at the total active frames. Look how many total active frames this move has. And specifically, look at how many landing frames this has.
Okay.
It has 30 frames of landing lag. So, at least in the short term, the stuff that I'm noticing immediately is like you're not punishing Zelda for mashing her noob options. And by punishing, I mean killing. You need to kill her for these things. Because this is how Zeldas win. They press these buttons and they hope that they get to press them 5 times a stock because, well, I can just press up B whenever I want because my opponent's just going to dash attack me. Why am I scared of that? You know what will make them stop up being badly? You killing them for it. Or if they don't stop, then you just win, right? And you move on. You shake their hands. GG. Why even concern yourself with a player who would rather lose than not up B badly? So if this player, also think about this, like this Zelda player, you say they're pretty good in Chicago, like this Zelda player is probably capable of not doing these noob tactics. But why would they not do them if you don't know the counterplay? You know?
That's very true.
If I get to sit here and I get to mash Nehru's love and the worst I'm going to get is grabbed, why not? Literally, why not? So the responsibility is on you. Your responsibility is to understand what your windows for punishment are. Let's continue. Okay, you need to like be pulling Arsene for that. Hello? Like if she's shooting those side Bs at you, you need to be getting free Arsene. Kill her, please. Ah! And then the one, okay, we're gonna back up, dude. Go back to the side B. Right here. For one, you need to be rebels guarding these side Bs. You need to be rebels guarding these side Bs. The sweet spot side B does so much damage. You don't even know. It does so much damage. It's Din's Fire, I think, right? It's the side B.
Yeah, I forgot what it's actually called.
I'm pretty sure it's Din's Fire. Yeah, it's Din's Fire. So this move does 14 base damage on the strong hit. And then you include the 1v1 multiplier and the fact that it's probably fresh. This move, especially when you're at 116%, you probably would have gotten full meter if you would have Rebels guarded that. Like, I'm not even kidding. Okay, so anyway, Rebels guard this, please. Don't try to edge guard Zelda because her reversal options will body you. Let's move forward a little bit into the point where she hits you with Furor's Wind. Okay, so Ledge Trap. Okay, whatever. Okay, she should have died right there. That move is
forward smash.
Forward smash, up smash, literally whatever you want. She would have died.
Yeah.
Not forward tilt. Okay, right here. Check this out. Dude, Zelda, pause. Zelda is a character that gets to protect herself on the way up. She can have the hitbox for Nehru for Farore's Wind come out as a mix-up before she snaps the ledge, and I promise you that you're not going to be able to contest it. Can you just take my word for that? Like you're just not going to do
Yes.
it. So,
Yeah.
as a general rule, what you need to do is you need to never try to directly contest her two frame Zelda because if she just holds down and beefy up Bs, you are going to die just like that. You need to ledge trap Zelda. Let her come back. It's fine. The world is not going to end if you don't edgeguard Zelda. You know what you can do? Collect free. Imagine if you were just sitting here on ledge and she has to get off the ledge against you and she gave you full Arsene because she's mashing. That could have been you. Instead, you died. Let's continue. Okay, dash attack on block. Hold on, pause. Look at that. How unsafe is dash attack on block? Let's pull out the notes. What's the frame data on dash attack? Again, you might be surprised at some of these information. Never trust the game, to be honest with you. Always look at the data because the data never matches up with what's true. So, the data never matches up with what it looks like sometimes. Dash attack is hella minus. Now, I understand that this is online, but I still think you probably could have upbeat or up smashed.
Yeah, it's minus 18.
It's super minus. So like Joker's up smash is frame 8. You had plenty of time to react to that. Now let's take a look at that situation, right? Let's go back a little bit. The hit before it, right? So check this out. She hits you with this nair, right? Check this out. This situation right there. Zelda knocked you away, and what's one of Zelda's main things? Use dash attack to create space to make phantoms. So when you're landing here, you have to have intent. What do I mean by that? You have to. Why are you blocking? Well, because she's going to hit me. What if she does hit your shield? That you need to be prepared to like pull the trigger. You know, like it's like a Twitch test. You ever played one of those like mini games on the internet where you got to sit there and test your reaction time? Like you got to wait for the red circle to turn green or whatever, and then you
Yeah,
get a
of course.
millisecond score. This is one of those situations. You get knocked back. You are holding shield with the expectation that when you land, you were going to be blocking. Why are you blocking? Because I am scared she will hit me. She hit you, but you, since you're not ready to actually punish the option that you're covering, you don't get anything out of it. This is a big problem that players have, is that they are like, well, I don't want to get hit. And it's like, okay, cool, you don't want to get hit, but what are you getting out of it? Like, sure, you're blocking, but she could grab you. Okay, well, I'm scared of dash attack. Okay, cool, but if she dash attacks, are you ready to actually punish her for it? Like, you can't just let her get away with it. You can't just let her dash attack you for free, you know? So, like, in these situations, when you're preemptively blocking, you're like, I don't want to get hit. Your brain should be on, like, high alert for some of Zelda's neutral options. She has two. She literally has two neutral options, grab and dash attack. Her neutral is freaking boo-boo. It's bad. You don't need to respect it. Dash attack is so good, but it's really unsafe. So especially in this situation, if you are able to block dash attack, I don't care that it's online. Please kill him for it. Up smash for sure, especially because look at her percent. Like you should be fishing for up smash out of shield right now. Because like again, it's Zelda. She's gonna dash attack. If you block a dash attack, you have to be prepared to kill her. And that might be something that you need to go into training mode and practice. Like practice having a friend hitting your shield with Zelda dash attack and you reacting to it with up smash. Like that, you just gotta. That's just something that you're expected to do. You know. And I know that you're capable. I promise you that you're capable of the reaction necessary. It's not the hardest thing in the world to do with a frame 8 up B or up smash. Okay, let's continue. So that was an opportunity to make things even. It just didn't pan out. Let's move on. There, trying to cover the up B. Okay, right here. Check this out, man. Go back to the ledge. Look at where she up Bs. Is that a good up B?
No.
What had happened if you were just standing here at the ledge blocking with your back towards her? Could you have could you have back air out of shield and she would have died?
Yeah.
Okay, so why are you not standing there?
Honestly, in this exact scenario, Probably what was going through my mind was I did die that last stock from getting hit by that. Give or take about 11%, I'm not gonna die.
You're missing the other part of the
I guess
nuance
too much
too.
respect.
You're missing the other part of the nuance there too. Is that last time you tried to directly contest it. This time you could have been deliberately standing here with your shield up, and then making it a bad move. Now, if she had snapped the ledge properly and not hit your shield, does it cost you anything to sit there and shield and wait?
Nope.
No, you could just drop your shield and ledge trap, right? Okay, I want you to just think about that. That idea, right? That you can cover one option without it costing you anything on your ledge trap. So let's continue, right? So she gets to recover for free because she's very clearly trying to be greedy. You're late. It's okay. Wi-Fi does that. Let's see what happens here. So, okay. Back up. Hold on, back up. We're going to look at the Phantom.
The level 1 Phantom?
Yep. So check this out, man. I want you to think about what's going on through her brain as this is happening, right? So she's throwing Phantom. Look at what move you chose. Move forward just a tiny, tiny bit. Right there, right? So she didn't, this double jump, right? I don't think she was expecting this. I think she was expecting you to run towards her. She doesn't have Phantom right now because she just wasted it. Move it forward real quick before you land. Don't let yourself land. And boom. What does she do?
The panic up B.
Panic!
Like we talked about earlier.
My God. Yeah. Okay.
That's why, this is actually why I set up B earlier, because I see it happen a lot.
Yes, dude. Zelda players don't have a brain. All they have is freaking all these GIFs of women with fingernail polish that they post on Twitter. I mean, they're cool GIFs. Don't get me wrong. But damn, is this a bad habit. Okay, let's continue. Click. Let's see what happens. Does she die? No. Another dash attack instead of an up smash. Okay, you hit the 2-frame, whatever. Back air, no. Nair. Finally, you connect the ledge trap. Let's go. Okay, good. Getting behind the Phantom. Don't do that. You need to DI away. Hold on. Go back to the grab. Go back to the grab. Do you know how to DI Zelda's down throw?
Is it always away?
It's always away.
Okay. I didn't know if she had any mix-up options, like, because at least in this scenario, it feels like she does, with, like,
Holding,
up there or...
Okay, but you held in and you still got lightning kicked.
Yeah.
Don't hold in on Zelda up air, or up down throw. Don't do it. Hold away. Whichever way she's facing, hold the other way. Force Zelda, because Zelda's airspeed is really bad. So by just going away from her, you could force her to be late. Holding in will get you killed by up air if you keep doing it. Let's continue. Punish. Okay, I don't hate it. Back air, nice. Going for the edge guard. It happened again. So she did the up smash on shield, and you're not respecting the move enough. She had so much time to block. She had so much time to block. And you got hit with the last hit of up smash. So you definitely had no way to get there in time. So especially on Wi-Fi, you need to treat these situations differently. Go back to that situation. This part right here, right? So if she misses an up smash here on Wi-Fi, you need to make two very straightforward assumptions. And as long as you make those assumptions, I promise you your results on Wi-Fi will magically get way better. I'm about to give you literally the secret to doing better on Wi-Fi right now. Are you ready? Okay, check this out. On Wi-Fi, right? How to instantly improve on Wi-Fi. When someone does an unsafe move on block, your punishment should cover spot dodge and shield without an opportunity to reversal you. What does that mean? It means that you should select an option to where if you are late and they block it, which happens all the time on Wi-Fi, you cannot be punished.
And it also means if they spot dodge, your attack will linger long enough that they will get hit anyway, or they cannot reversal you. So knowing these two things, if I got hit by this up smash here, you remember earlier when I was like, hey, you should be killing her for doing these things? Now is actually the opportunity when you want to drop your shield and forward tilt. You know why? Because if you forward tilt her shield from as far away as you were, she cannot up B. You're too far. And I'm pretty sure that lightning kick out a shield below profile. And so, like, that is such a safer option than trying to full hop down air. And again, because you're looking at the percents, right? This is a common problem I see a lot of players have. You are thinking about this matchup like a labber. What does that mean? It means that you're using her percent and it's letting you dictate your decisions instead of the other way around. You saw her percent and you're like, oh, I can kill her if this down air connects. And it completely prevents your brain from actually going, but wait, is the down air going to connect? You're just like, I don't care. If it connects, she dies. There is a time and a place for that thought process.
It's so funny because that's actually what it's like. That's actually what I'm thinking.
I know.
Which is bad.
Look,
and
man.
I get that.
Look. But take it from me. That was my mindset for years. I was just like, if my punishment is strong enough, I can overcome anything. The truth is that all you're doing is you are willingly allowing your opponent to get easy stock securing because you are committing way too hard off stuff that is not a guaranteed punish. Now, is that up smash guaranteed? Can you down air an up smash guaranteed? If you are going to have a Labra's mindset, you need to have a Labra's frame data backing you up. You do not get to guess on that kind of commitment. Down air on block is exceedingly unsafe and pretty much impossible to space in a safe manner. So if you're going to down air, you need to have some kind of setup in mind that actually allows you to connect them. Let's think about this. That up smash, the way you had timed your down air, what if she had spot dodge? You would have missed. What if she had Nehru's love? It would have stuffed your down air. Nothing about your decision-making actually set you up for success because you were only covering one option, which is, what if this is a true punish? Nothing about the spacing or the timing made sense other than your, wishful thinking that, oh, well, what if? What if the down air connects? No. This is how mid-level players who their head is stuck down in training mode, this is how they think. This is how I thought. For a long time, I was really garbage at this game, and I didn't understand. You have to be able to separate between when your punishment is true and when it's not. And if your punishment is not true, especially online, you need to take risk that is proportional to the reward. Now, was the risk proportional to the reward here? I would say no. Because even though she would die, there's so many buttons that she could have been pressing to stuff that down air, and all of them would have put her in just as bad of a position that would have guaranteed the down air anyway. Why are you in a hurry trying to punish up smash when you can just wait for her to freaking Nehru's love? Literally, if she panicked Nehru's love, you could jump out of shield and down air. We both verified that. It's minus 25. That move is hella minus.
Yeah.
Right? You can probably guarantee a down air. You could probably lab that. I almost guarantee you that your down air can be spaced well on hit and is true. No worries. So, why are you trying to force that situation on a move that's not minus 25? And this is, like I said, this is not necessarily your fault. This is a frame data thing. It's you not knowing the information for them. You know your percents and your kill percents. That's great. What you don't understand is your opportunities to get in. Take a look at up smash, right? So up smash is actually, it's just as unsafe, right? Minus 25. So I want you to think about that. That's just as unsafe as Nehru's love. Let's slow the video down and see how close your down air was to connecting to where it was true. You can just scrub. You just scrub it so it stays still. There you go. So it looks to me that she actually blocks the frame before your hitbox comes out. Literally almost frame perfect. And here's what this tells me. This tells me that this punish might be a good thing offline, but online, I bet you that your reaction speed was dulled, and because you were late by a couple frames, it made this punish no longer true.
Mhm.
So I want you to think about that. Now, again, this kind of goes back to the first thing, right? How to instantly improve on Wi-Fi. When someone does an unsafe move on block, I need to add a corollary here. That could be true punished on offline, right? Your punishment should cover spot dodge and shield without an opportunity to reversal you. What's happening here is you're trying to do an offline punish on Wi-Fi, and you're late. And that makes your punish a bad one.
I have a question.
What's
real
up?
quick. I know this is still, even offline, not the optimal option, but
I mean, she would have died if that down air had connected. Don't get me wrong.
that's what I'm saying. So is this really necessarily? This would be the second time I've died for this. If I died, I don't remember what happened. Regardless, would this be a bad thing offline? Like, is this bad? Like, is this a bad habit?
I'll tell you what, man. There's a really easy way to figure it out. Have a Zelda up smash your shield and try to true punish down air before shield. And if you can consistently do it, then it's a good option. And if you can't, then you shouldn't do it. And when it comes to offline, if it works, and especially if the punishment is true and there's no mix-up, I think that there's a very good argument for the consistency. But you were late twice now. And like I said, it's just wishful thinking. Like you're not actually making a good decision anymore. You're hoping. You're hoping it will connect because if it connects, you know that it's party time. But like there's no room for hoping on Wi-Fi. You have to choose, you have to make better decisions. And so like you could have dropped your shield and grabbed her, but that would lose to spot dodge and then you can get upbeat. So like the best thing to do is to just drop your shield and do safe grounded pressure. Safe grounded pressure, because then even if you're late, you are hitting her shield far enough away that she can't punish you for it, and you still have stage control. I value that a lot on Wi-Fi. If you want to be consistent, that is what you should value. And that's why like this minus 25 stuff, you have to understand when your punishment is true and when it's not. So is down air out of shield a bad option? Not necessarily. Are you consistently late so far in this game that we're watching? And is it getting you upbeat out of shield? Yes. So, you know, I think that you understand the nuance of what I'm talking about. Down air out of shield is clearly a very rewarding option, but you're going to need to condition her differently. Because right now she's conditioned to mass block after unsafe pressure. You need to force her to start using Nehru's Love or Spot Dodge and using down air out of shield to punish those moves. But down air out of shield loses to block. So don't do it. Okay, let's continue. So you get killed for this down air.
67.
Let's move on. That's bad, right? And right here,
Oh, yeah.
your DI was questionable on that one. You could have lived. It's a shame because your DI was great last time. Oh, well. You should DI down and away, by the way, if you didn't know. DIing in is a death sentence. Okay, stop doing this. Stop using down gun to contest her upbeat. Go back and look at where she beefy upbeat to. Could you have been holding shield with your back facing away?
Yes. And
she landed on stage.
Yeah, Phantom wouldn't have hit me either.
Okay. Again, I'm not here to shame you. This should be an eye-opening opportunity for you here because what you should be noticing is that the same BS is getting you over and over again. And it's because Zelda's not a good character. So the reason why Zelda wins is because you don't know the answers to these very small list. You know, this very small list of gimmicks. And just by having a better decision process, you are going to deny her all of this stuff that she just gets. Okay, I've said enough. Let's continue. Okay, you get whiff punished by dash attack. Down tilt, nice. Reset. Good jump in. Okay, back up, right there. So you jump in over the Phantom. This is what boggles me, right? This boggles me. So you clearly have an understanding of what Joker's kill pressure looks like. I know you know how to do it right here. Why did you not fair one? This is the opportunity to do it, if anything. Look at her percent. She would have exploded. You could have.
Dude, honestly,
This was the perfect. You literally get the perfect Street Fighter Ryu jumping over fireball. This is it right here. You jumped over the fireball. She's in special lag. Your punishment is true. Where is fair one? Literally, this was the opportunity for it. And again, I'm gonna go back to the theme that I was talking about earlier. This is about preparedness. What you're not thinking about the game in the right way. So what you're jumping over, but you're not understanding why you're jumping over. Why did I jump in? You're not jumping in to beat Phantom. You're jumping in because you want to jump in. You don't have any intent, and it's making you lose focus. Because if you jumped in and saw the Phantom, you can react with fair one because your brain is already in the right situation. You say, I'm jumping right here because if she tries to shoot Phantom, I get a successful full combo. All I have to do is if I jump in at the right time. And then you should be sitting there waiting to see if you get the correct read. I jump in. Oh shit, she shot Phantom. She's going to die. That should be the thought process. If you want to think about why MKLeo's so lethal, it's because when he commits to this kind of stuff, he is intently watching his opponent and waiting to confirm that hit. Now, what if his opponent doesn't shoot the Phantom and he jumps in like that? Well, he probably wouldn't do fair one because fair one's not as safe on block as some of his other moves are. He might tomahawk grab, or he might double jump, or he might just do something else, or maybe he will fair one on block and just go for it. I don't know. But my point is like in this situation, like you've got Zelda by the balls right now. She should be dead. If you want to be fancy, you could definitely get fair one drag down smash, or you can get more likely fair one into up smash and maybe kill her. I don't know. I don't know if she would
so
die.
I'm inconsistent with that on Wi-Fi. The fair one into up smash. It's like it's tough.
Okay, well,
It's tight.
that's tough. You shouldn't be playing this character on Wi-Fi if you're not going to work on it. Because like
That's true.
It's undeniable, man. Joker is worse on Wi-Fi. I don't want to let you get in your head that you can't do those combos, though. It's possible. Okay. It's possible, man. It's totally possible. Do not lie, because if you lie to yourself and say, oh, well, it's Wi-Fi, so I can't do it, then it will become true. If you tell yourself, I cannot do it, then you won't. But look at this situation. She should have died here. Or at the very least, you should have got like fair one to back air, fair one. You know, that would have been easier too, right? Fair one to back air. That would have worked just fine. Like, that would have been totally okay. Or fair one to forward air, like the full forward air. Like, there's so many safer options, right? You don't need to do for the frame tight drag down smash thing. That's hard. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty tough. But fair one to back air, that's not hard. And I just want you to have some more self-confidence with that, because like clearly you know how to do it, so do it. This is one of those situations where I can just tell you're autopiloting. You keep hitting her with these nairs and these dash attacks when you could be getting such a better punish. And again, it comes down to intent. You have to understand when you have a window, and as you're approaching her, you need to be paying attention to what she's doing. Let's continue. So you can connect the nair. Okay, nice whiff punish. Okay, she's playing neutral. You try to be fancy with gun and look at what happens. You take a bunch of damage for it. Don't try to play neutral with gun so much. Okay, so I'm not even going to worry about the side beat. Check it out, man. This will be probably one of the last things we talk about. I got another lesson here pretty soon. So Zelda has a good run speed. And dash attack has good burst range. As Joker, you don't need to use gun if your opponent is approaching you. That's it. You don't need to use gun if your opponent is approaching you. What is the primary purpose of gun in Niha?
Chip damage, like spacing. I feel like creating openings for. I try to primarily use it for conditioning, but that's just me. I don't actually. Besides chip damage, I don't know the optimal usage of gun. You know what I mean?
So I think
I don't know if there is a.
You're overthinking it.
Optimal.
The purpose of gun and Iha is to make your opponent approach. That's it. That's it. Everything else that those moves do stems from that basic tenet. Everything that those moves do it expands off of that basic tenet. And what I mean by that is, so like, is Iha particularly good on block? No, it's not. It's like kind of useless on block. It doesn't really do anything. When is Iha best? It's when someone is trying to run in and hit you, and then while they're dashing, can they block? No, they're doing a dash in. Iha punishes people for running in. Well, what's gun for? Well, it's chip damage. Well, what happens if you start taking chip damage? Are you just going to sit there and take chip damage? No, I'm going to approach. And after they approach, as they're trying to approach, maybe they'll run into Iha because they're impatient. They want to run in. Zelda is already running in. There's no need to shoot gun. She's already running at you. Just play neutral. Just play neutral. And gun, I think, is more useful in matchups where they don't necessarily want to approach, like Lucina. What about Lucina? Does Lucina have a projectile? No. So she has to, she has to do stuff. She has to approach. And so what if she doesn't approach and she's taking her time and she's like, you approach me. You know what you say? You say, no, I'm Joker. Pew, pew, gun. You approach. Does it matter how good of a Lucina player you are? Nope. You still have to approach because I've got gun and you don't. That's what the move is for. At a base level. That, when you're thinking about what to use a move for, that's what the move for is, the most basic level. Are there fancy things you can do with gun? Absolutely. Did you hit her with gun and get bodied and take 40 and then die? Yes. Was it worth it? No. You don't need to use gun if they're already running at you. That's what your other moves, like your strong grab game and your great ground speed, are for. Okay. This is a good time to call it, I think. We covered a lot, actually. I think that your understanding of some of these ideas is a lot better now. So, like I said, man, with these punishments, minus 25 is kind of pushing it for out of shield dare. Is it possible? Probably. Is it possible? Probably. Is it something that you would have to practice and reserve maybe for offline only? Also, maybe. You're going to have to lap that one, man. You're going to have to practice it. Because here you were clearly just a frame or two late. And, again, it goes back to that mindset. If you're not ready, right, if you're holding shield and you're not ready for her to hit your shield and you're not ready to jump out of shield and buffer it the frame that you can, you're going to be late. And a late punishment is worse than no punishment because now you're actively in disadvantage instead of just sitting there with good stage control. I would prefer that you do nothing. And I want you to understand that it doesn't matter that dare converts into up smash. If it is blocked, it's literally worse for you than if you had just sat there and done nothing. I want you to think about that. Literally doing nothing is better than dare on block. Damn. Sucks, man. It's that bad. Doing nothing.
True.
Doing nothing. Okay. This was... I couldn't quite hear you. Yes, I know. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, Siri or Cortana or whoever. Okay, man. I think, like I said, this is a good place to wrap up. I think that with what we talked about, you should take some time to play this Zelda again, and I really want you to think about what I was talking about, right? Safer pressure on her shield. Killing her for bad Nehru's love. Correctly posturing to kill her for beefy up Bs, and respecting her hitbox on the edge guard. Using Rebel's guard against side Bs, so that you can get free charge. And then also be willing to play footsies with Zelda, right? And not over focusing on gun just because law gun. And then also being ready to convert on jump ins. If you jump over a zoner's committal B button, you need to be ready to kill them. That no brainer, in my opinion. No brainer.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Do you have any questions before I let you go? I think we covered a lot, but it was relatively straightforward.
I'm just gonna save these notes and I'll play them again for sure because
Okay.
we play pretty often.
And then no need for the notes. I'll send you a copy.
Okay, yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, man. So what I recommend is take some time to think about what we talked about, and then this is just one matchup. But the notes that I'm talking about, these ideas of pressuring shields safely and not being so committal on Wi-Fi, these ideas carry over to so many matchups. So don't feel like this is only a Zelda thing. Like there's so many characters that you can drastically do better with against this Joker by thinking about some of this stuff. And also get it out of your head that Joker's not viable on Wi-Fi. It's not true. Joker.
Okay, I didn't mean to make it sound that way. It's just I meant it's a me thing. Like I'm pretty
it's okay.
bad at getting those confirms
And
now.
Again,
They
like,
are possible.
Again, I don't want to be like, oh, you suck for doing it. No, again, it's not an opportunity to shame. If fair one to up smash is too tough, do fair one to back air. What's hard, the up smash or the fair one? Because I'm pretty sure you could probably do the fair one with some delay, no problem. So just take less. Just do Just do fair one, turn around back air. No big deal. No big deal. Even if it's less, you know what it's better than? Just a nair. Because it's more damage and it's more knockback, so it's better stage control. Or you could do fair one into up air, right? And do a juggle situation. Like there's still lots of opportunities to take the easier route and still have a better advantage state than just hitting with a nair. Anyway, that's my thoughts. So yeah, take some time and think about that. Play that Zelda again, and then when you get stuck again, come find me and we'll review it again. Because there's lots of little stuff about this matchup that I'd love to talk about, but I can't talk about them until we talk about the big stuff first. And the big stuff is this respect. Like I think it all comes down to respect. Is understanding what you're respecting too much and what you're not respecting enough. Because I thought the Phantoms were actually a non-issue. You did fine with the Phantoms. It was just mostly unsafe shield pressure and then inadequate punishment for overcommitment. And those things I think you'll fix immediately now that you're aware of them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, man. That was very helpful.
I appreciate it, man. Come find me again when you got some more sets. We'll take a look at some more sometime, okay?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. You have a nice night, okay?
You too. Good luck with your next session.
Indeed. Okay, this is my first double session, right? I got two. Let me grab him. I need to DM him. Double feature at the drive-in. Yes, sir. Let's go. Goose, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? My stupid stuff's on. Hold on, let me turn it off. Click. There we go. Look at him. He's sleeping on my router. I think he's sleeping on it because it's warm. That's funny. Okay, so next up we got Nutricity. I think this is going to be an interesting. This is going to be an interesting one. I don't need a group DM. Let's see. Where's my friends? Add. There we go. What's up, dude? Were you taking a nap on the router? Is it warm? Yeah, it gives off a lot of heat because it's fancy, so it gives off a lot of heat. Okay, let me turn that back off. Bloop. I wish it wasn't so dark. I don't know how to fix that. Yeah, it definitely doesn't show up. Okay, so let's see here. Did he add me? I think he added me. Bam, cool. Okay, let me give him a call. Let's get started, man. Start voice call. Sweet. Hey, can you hear me?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm big chillin'. It's Tuesday evening.
Let me bring up some more on my end.
I got one exam and then I'm done. I'm out.
What major are you in? Or what's the class for?
Music education.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Is this graduate or undergrad?
undergrad. I got my
Oh,
student
dope.
teaching semester this spring, and then I'm done. Not that it'll be very fun. I'm gonna sit there in a Zoom call and watch kids do their standardized testing. Sounds doubly useless, but whatever. It's a degree.
Hey man, keep going on the path.
That's
I'm
right.
in my graduate classes right now, and it's all online, and I don't really have a final. I just have papers upon papers upon papers.
Yeah, it never gets better, man. You just talk about fancier stuff.
Are you kidding? I'm in a one of my MBA classes right now, and I don't really know what the hell's going on. I just do my best.
Gotcha. That you said MBA,
Just
so
do the
like
paper.
business.
Yeah, I already
Gotcha.
have a degree in electrical engineering, and I work for the government or the military, Air Force.
Gotcha. Which
So
base do
they
you
are
which base
like
do you contract on?
hmm?
Which base do you contract on?
Robins.
Gotcha. I got a friend who graduated with a undergrad degree in engineering from University of Oklahoma, and he works on Tinker. So seems like
Oh,
really
okay.
nice, well-paying work, to be honest.
Yeah, I can't complain.
For sure. All right, man. So go ahead and link me the VODs that we're gonna be taking a look at.
Damn, I don't have anything recent. You mind if we just play a couple rounds and you maybe pick someone that's not shook and try to hit at my weaknesses?
Sure, man. That works with me.
Yeah, you don't.
VOD reviews definitely my standard wheelhouse, but playing works too.
Yeah, I just haven't really been able to play. I'm lucky enough to be able to play now because I'm working from home. So I take a break off work. I just hop on Elite for like 30 minutes or something, and I
Sure.
go back to work.
Man, it's tough. The older you get, the less time you have. Not necessarily a bad thing, because Smash doesn't really reward you for putting time in. So, can you really
Who you
fault?
telling?
Can you really fault us for being grown-ups and being adults and having careers and
Who you
lives? That's just the nature of things.
Man.
But that's okay, because when you're 15, you have unlimited time. You sit there and you play for 1,000 hours, and when you're 27 or 30 years old and you have a degree and you have a career and a loving wife and a house and kids, like you don't. You play 4 hours a week and you get lessons instead to help you keep up. Like I think
You tell me.
that's okay. It's just everybody's different. There's no shame in having one path over the other.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I applaud people that are able to do the streamer life like a Fatality. He's in my scene. Like him and Scat, they do it. Couldn't be me.
Man, I wouldn't envy them too much. You'd be surprised how unsatisfying that work can be. You have to be really successful to make it work.
Oh, I've heard.
There we go. I got an arena up.
Cool. So what else do you play that's not choke normally?
Oh, I play tons of characters. When I was traveling with my duo partner, Canon Red, we would learn a lot of characters on the side because we wanted to learn matchups. And so, like, I can confidently play 20 characters and passively play another 40. I could play almost whoever, to be honest. There's only really like 20 or 30 characters that I don't feel like I can play decently well. Who do you struggle with the most, man? Do you struggle with sorties, rushdown, zoner? Actually, no. Let me just start with
I'm gonna
let's
rushdown.
start with Mario.
Because when they get to the Bernardo, it's kind of just free money for me. But when they start wising up and start camping, then it's like, oh, I have to approach you, and my frame data is not the best.
Nope. Definitely not. I wish it was better at times.
Yeah. I understand when people complain about Shulk, but the Monado is a double-edged sword, and the internet just refuses to admit it.
Well, of course not. He's top tier and broken, and shield art is lame and stupid or whatever.
And yeah,
that's
but
okay.
this Ike up here to up here to up here is totally fair.
That's right. Live action Ben gameplay, baby. We don't normally see that in here. Normally, I'm over here with my.
you until I get our thing.
You say that. People. I'm pretty good at not letting people run away from me.
Okay.
I used to be pretty bad at it, to be honest.
I deserve all that.
So which region you said fatality? So Georgia, right?
Yeah, Fatality, Stat, Wrath, Cola, all Georgia.
Man, that region is stacked, bro. Wrath is good as hell.
Bro, tell me about
I
it.
watched him top 8 Frostbite personally. Bro, he's a legend. Actually a legend.
Like, my region is so stacked. Like, I'm probably one of the only people that will like debate having a top 15 over a top 10. Like half our top 10 is PGR.
For real, man. And well, it's like that up in New England too, bro. It's just a stacked region. And even NDVA is really stacked like that too. Damn, why out again?
Nope, nope.
Oh.
Oh, you died so early.
So, which shulks do you watch the most when you play?
Probably Kome and Nico.
What about them do you enjoy the most?
I enjoy how Kome is able to put people in just bad situations.
That's a pretty good observation, actually. I think one of Kome's magic traits, as it were, one of the things that really separates him from top players, is his ability to get a stray hit and then put his opponent into the most unimaginably awful spot possible. It's pretty incredible how consistent he is at doing that. Like, he just hits you once, and then every situation past that, you just never are in an equal situation ever again. It's always you're on the lower hand, and he's always got the high ground on you, and he just doesn't ever give it back. It's so frustrating.
Now, sometimes I like watching Nico, but it depends on who he's up against. 'Cause I feel like he's just better than the people he's fighting most of the time. That makes sense. Okay.
You're dead. That's unfortunate. So, one of the things that immediately, I think, speaks to me is that I really would like to see more grounded pressure from you. In my opinion, one of the the hardest to overcome habits as a Shulk player, like it's so tough, dude. How people deal with it, I have no clue. And I was bad for years because of it. Is you're incapable of landing without swinging your sword. I do see double jump mix-ups on occasion, but like I feel like even on Wi-Fi, whenever a Shulk player comes out, I always get a bunch of parries because like they're just incapable of doing it. Like every time you land, it's so natural to want to protect yourself, right? But ironically, like it almost causes more issues than it solves.
Wow. Long jab. Okay. Cool. I'm trying to just empty hop grab, but the grab range isn't great.
No, I agree
I
on
think one
that.
time when you were a kid, where you were out of it, I didn't really know what to do about that. Because that's something I noticed too. Is that people are doing it to me, but I'm not being able to do it to them. Yeah.
So in this situation, right, I know that grabbing me will get me killed, but like, what if I know that? Doesn't that situation?
Yeah.
Think about what happens if I spot dodge your grab like that. Doesn't that put you in a situation where you are like gonna die and I won't? With that kind of situation, you really want to like try to find an opportunity to threaten a kill without dying if you guess wrong. I don't know. I do like the dash attacks, though. So the thing about Wi-Fi the most is that it makes it challenging to, like, handle things on an individual basis that are quickly. So I think what I'd like to do, I've got a general idea of what your decision-making is, but I want to play a best of 3. And what has happened, we're gonna play a best of 3, and I'm gonna record the set, and then after we watch the set, I'm gonna break things down and talk about things individually.
Okay.
Now that I think I'm more comfortable with what's going on, I'm trying to think about what character would be the most valuable to watch.
My guesses are, well, I feel like enough people don't play Mario, but I think that's always a good character.
No, I'm gonna play a matchup that's gonna dismantle you.
Oh god. Okay. I have my own way of doing this matchup, but let's see how that goes.
Although Mario wasn't a bad choice either.
Yeah, he's just not as calm as he should be.
You're dead. Oh, you have jump still. I didn't expect that. Oh, maybe? Oh, you almost lived. Player 1%. Oh, yeah, that would make sense, huh? I didn't even think about that with the stream. That's okay. I can fix that real quick. Ugh. Let me scrunch this down a little bit. Boom. Stick it in the middle. Easy. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Let's try this one. I actually don't mind your style at all. There's a good mix of mashing and not mashing that I kind of enjoy. It's nice to be able to have some mix-ups going on here. Is it recording? Give me just a sec. It is. Is it? Come on. Come on. Come on. There it is. Okay, we're good.
Good? Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't think I've ever killed with that move before.
Choke, man.
Oh no. Yeah.
You play Cloud different than Scat. That's probably the Cloud I fought the most ever.
Huh?
I fight Scat Cloud pretty often. You play Cloud differently than he does.
How does he do?
Uh, he's not as ignorant with being, which I think online is becoming the trend.
Well,
Instead, he just tries
the
to force
the thing the
transition.
thing about ignorant stuff is that like especially online is the primary format of the game, dude. You know, so like I'm fully aware that it's ignorant, but what are you
Yeah.
gonna do about it?
Of course, of
That's
course,
my mentality on it. Is that like obviously offline
course.
it's not as good, but
Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Ooh.
yeah, feels bad, man.
No. That's not doing that.
Feels bad, man.
Unfortunately.
So, something that I really like is that you're not afraid to grab out of nowhere, and you're not like enslaved to the percent, as it were. Something that I would love to see more from you is down air on block. I think it's a really good option for punishment, but we'll talk about that. Let's see.
Just in general or only in Buster?
So here's the thing, man. Like, it's good in all arts. Because down air auto cancels in speed. Auto cancel is not the correct word, but it auto vertically spaces itself in speed art, and it also like forces attack longer than any of his other aerials, and so it's such a good move, man.
So that just death or should I have air dodged?
Oh, that was true.
Okay, noted. Didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh no.
Tragic.
That was so sad.
Tragic.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
It's fine. You did it
But yet-
to me, so
but
it never
no,
happens to me ever again.
But no, with DK in particular, like he has a narrow range on a lot of stages, including PS2, basically anywhere with a high single platform, where the Donkey Kong, the DKO, like the Ding Dong from Smash 4, it's still a thing. The range is just kind of small, right? But it's absolutely still a confirmed, like Smash 4 style, get grabbed, you die. Like, it's bad.
That's what that felt like.
That's okay.
Oh god.
Definitely gotta switch to shield.
Noted.
That one for sure will kill you at that percent. Oh fuck! I gotta commit hard for that one.
I can do shit about that. Fuck!
Ah, the misinput, man.
Yeah.
No, this is good. I really appreciate your ability to keep cool under pressure because I feel like a lot of players that I coach and mentor are incapable of doing so. And like, even though I have a general idea of what you like looking for, and I feel like you probably fish for grab at the ledge too much, considering I understand the threat.
Yes.
I don't know. Like, it's nice. Like, I appreciate that you're like thinking about what your options are, and you're not always concerned about like I have to get a kill right now. Like, so a lot of times you're content with just resetting them and taking damage and late trapping, and those are good things. Like that's a nice thing that not everybody does. It's a hard thing to teach that. Like, how do you teach that to somebody? It's a tough ask, to be honest.
It comes down to patience.
Patience is a good word for it. Patience is a good word for it. Understanding when it's okay to just reset them for a grab, and when, like, even though you know that you're going to shield, do I let them shield and then try to kill them off of their escaping the corner, or do I just take the grab and reset them? Like, those are tough questions sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh.
Oh.
Ah, I'm dead. Yeah.
Probably know the plan there. There you go. Smooth. Yeah.
I honestly felt like I was so behind the whole match.
Bowser.
No, I feel bad, dude. I like super clutched both stocks with like double forward tilt. That move's
Before
busted.
that put me off stage. We had the same idea because that was also what I was gonna go do.
Freaking, there's a Bowser player in my area. He's super old. He's been playing him since Brawl, I think. His name's Chuck Nasty. Dude's Bowser is fucking disgusting, dude. He would just body me with forward tilt. Like I understood so much more about Bowser's strengths by playing him. Like I don't even think I side beat your shield once. Like there's just no need. You're not blocking. Like there's no need to. I learned a lot about Bowser by playing him. I learned a lot about what the different tools are for. This is nice. Your style is so free flow, man. It's cool. The one thing I really wish I would see you do is I actually wish your punish game was better than just grab. Like you grab a lot, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But I feel like there's times where you grab when I wasn't shielding, like it was a true punish, and you could have gotten more.
Like what?
I don't know. Just like Shulk's got so much damage that unlocks by like naring, or even at fairs at low %. And I'd love to see, like, I almost feel like you play Shulk a lot like Smash 4. I don't know. Back when his punishment wasn't so great, and he was forced to play like really slow.
Okay.
And it reminds me a lot of how Samfall plays. Vision? That move sucks, dude.
I try to believe in it. I really do.
So instead of that, you want to almost always use backslash, because backslash just invalidates Ike at the ledge. You just use the front hit of backslash, and he won't come back, I promise. Oh, I deserve that.
That kills now. Oh, okay, we got me.
Oh no. Nice anti-air. Woo! Dead? Oh. I might be dead here. Yeah. But yeah,
Interesting that you say I play Shulk like a Smash 4.
yeah.
Funnily enough, I didn't play Shulk in Smash 4.
So like, it's a style thing. So, and Sandfall, I think he's in the chat. He could probably lend his expertise to this. But in my experience, like grabs as part of neutral were a lot more common in Smash 4 because like grab was really strong, you know, and more importantly, Shulk just did not. A lot of times he just ended up in a bad situation whenever one of his sword swings got blocked. And so you condition people to hold shield and then you go grab them. And so your really grab heavy style, it reminds me a lot of like playing Shulk like a grappler almost. Like you use his tools. You use speed art to get close to me so you can grab, or you use jump art so you can grab, or you turn on shield art and then you just run at me so you can try and grab. You play him like he's like, I don't know, like Ganondorf but with primary colors, you know, like that's my observation anyway. I don't know if that's the most accurate observation, but I feel like that accurately describes a big part of your play style is that you really enjoy using Shulk's movement to confirm into grabs, which is really like fucking with me because I expect the sword swing. So then I feel like I get hit a lot by the sword because I'm expecting all these grabs. But I don't know. Like, it just kind of depends. Okay. I'm kind of fucking sick. Sorry.
I've never been good at method, being honest with you.
I'd never been killed, but I'd never killed anybody with that before. That's kind of clean.
Not again.
I deserve that.
Grab. Ah. Come on, man.
Not again. I was holding out, too. Oh, I'm dead. Yep. It was like the perfect percent for it. Feels bad.
Just hate losing the air to Harrigan's hero, and I always do. That's why I just don't fight this man if I can avoid it.
No, I don't blame you, man. I feel like you handled the pressure pretty well. This is nice. I'm enjoying seeing how you react to all these different characters. There's so many different play styles that Shulk has to handle like uniquely.
cheap life. Oh. Come on, that should have killed.
What, smash jab?
Yeah.
I'm dead now.
Seen it kill before, and I'm like, you know what? They might be the day. Just nice. Like this.
That sucks. MVD does that to me all the time. Spot dodges my grab attack. He always makes me feel so bad, man. I don't understand it. He just always know when I want to grab. Of course I'm not going to do Rob side B. I didn't do any gyro combos either. I played like Rob lame. Something I see you do down air at ledge a lot that's like facing away from the stage. So what's with the deal? I'm surprised you don't do what Kome does, which is where he does dare facing away from the, or facing away the stage. Like to shoot his opponent outwards with the sour spot.
I don't mean to. Something I need to adapt up and change. Point that out.
Well, like forcing the tech dare in works when it's untechable, but all you're doing is giving your opponent an opportunity to tech the sour hit. Otherwise, the only time I really recommend it is at like 10 or 15% at like super low percent, because that way you can like cheese somebody. Grab, yeah.
You got it.
No, I bungled my freaking setup. Damn it. So, how long were you playing in Ultimate?
I played Ultimate since release, and I started playing Shokunbei.
I see. So in terms of the Georgia ecosystem, right? Like with Wrath and Scat and Fatality at the top, where are you?
My mid level.
Mid-level. So like maybe top 32 at big events or like top 8 at a
32.
smaller local? Does that sound about right?
Probably top 12 at small local. Top 32 at the big one. Ew. Tragic.
I don't know. I could definitely tell you watch Komi, man. I feel like when I watch a lot of Shulk players play, they don't do approaching full hop or double jump, reverse nair, and speed art, but you do, and that's like a very Komi thing. He will deliberately choose to start up nair well outside the threat radius of his opponent, and then like barrel in with the second half of it. And that's like, it's really good, right? Because when you do that, like this whole approaching nair thing, like is really good. He does it a lot. Unlucky.
Tragic.
So, do you know how to ledge trump?
Not well.
I
I
see.
do need to Smash 4, but in this game I can't.
Gotcha. The inputs actually aren't as different as you would think, man. Did you know that in this game, ledge trump into air slash is still a true punish? Oh. Provided I don't bungle my inputs. I can't see the ledge.
Yeah, it could be an online thing.
Well, I just couldn't see the ledge with the camera. But if you get a proper ledge trump, air slash is actually fast enough that it's true. It's a really good option.
Didn't know. Thank you.
Anyway, so if I had to describe something that I would watch the most, I'd say that you play too slow, and I really wish that your damage output was better at times. Because like the thing about Shulk is that playing slow and playing like single hit piece and very neutral based, like all that stuff's well and good, but it was a necessity in Smash 4 because Shulk was inherently bad. He had a lot of lag on his moves. He's not. It wasn't safe to press buttons. Like you had to play slow. Shulk in Ultimate has a lot more agency to just kind of mash and do whatever he wants. Especially online is a masher's friend. And like I haven't seen you do anything. Like I haven't seen you do like all this little stuff, right? So like Nair into forward smash, I haven't seen that at all. Or like if you're in speed art, like especially there's a lot of combos where like you could do like you could do dash or you could do I didn't mean to do that. But you do down air and then it true combos in the dash attack and speed. Like there's so many yeah, try it, man. Like do a speed dare and then chase with dash attack. No, do a short hop. Do a short hop. Don't overthink it. Just short hop down air. Just short hop. Rising short hop down air. It doesn't like when you down air and speed, it can't look at you see how it spaces itself?
Oh.
I land right after the second hit comes out. And so like what you want to do is you want to like when you approach, I like to do this. I like to block and then I use the shield stop to help me go down. Or I'll jump forward and then I'll immediately drift back. You see how I'm see how I'm like drifting back as I shoot the dare? you want to make sure that you don't really drift forward too far as you shoot Dare, or else Dare 1 is not going to connect into Dare 2. But when you do that, you can turn on speed and you can approach, and I can drift backwards, right? And that will combo into these options. And it's really good because, like, you can tech chase with speed. It's ridiculous. And then especially at this percent, like I'm at 56 right now. You're at 85. If I put you at this percent, like this, I could actually do a forward throw and it'll force a tech. And if you miss the tech, I can tech chase you with pivot, cancel, F tilt, or like air slash or something. And that can kill at a lot. Like normally people don't think about that because if you don't have a buster down throw a ledge, like, oh well, you can't kill in buster. But no, like at this percent, do a like a buster down air at what here I'm at mid percent, 50%. Like just do a landing buster down air on me, and watch where I get sent. No, you got to hit both hits. See, I can definitely tell you it's not natural for you. So it's simple, right? You short hop, input the down air. By the time you separate those actions, you can do it in vanilla too. Like just short hop down air, short hop down air, short hop down air, short hop down air. Okay, you're still down airing too early. Don't buffer them together. Yeah, there you go. Okay, now hit me with one. Don't full hop though, just short hop. Okay, you did it too late now. Find that sweet spot where you hit both hits. Don't full hop. Nah, don't full hop. Just a short hop. Manually time short hop, right? Manually time short hop. Good. There you go. Whenever you're in vanilla art, that's all you have to do is you just manually time the short hop. And so, like, if I'm at this percent, here, let me, like, reset you. Right, so check this out. Like, so by some of this punish game stuff, like, if I'm at this percent, if I do a forward throw at 0, I'm sending you tumbling, and you're going to get put to a tech chase situation. So I want you to tech that forward throw, like, do a tech in place. You see what I'm doing there? Like, by willingly putting you in a tech chase situation and committing to one of those options, it lets me take that string and extend a lot of extra damage in. And if you were already at 25, this down air, especially at lower percents, like look at what this down air sends. Like look at that. Look at that. That tech chase, especially at mid percent, is ridiculous. Now it's not going to do that on 0. Check it out, man. So here's how this works. If I'm at 0, you use speed art and vanilla, right? So try it. Just do a buffered rising down air on me. Boom. Tech chase, right? And you can tech chase however you want. You tech chase with, dash attack. That's safe. But you would make sure that whenever you're doing this stuff, you are timing it so that it covers tech in place and miss tech. Because I missed the tech there, but if I had teched in place, you might have been a little early. So this is what I think you could really stand the work on the most. And I think I'll probably wrap the session with this. Because I've been playing you a whole bunch, and like, dude, your neutral's really good, man. Like, I don't have any complaints about your neutral, really. The only thing I have a complaint about is I don't think your punishment game is that developed. And I think that's where, and that makes sense, right? Because if you're naturally good at the game, but you're just busy because you have, a job and freaking graduate studies and shit, like, obviously your tech skill is going to be lacking a little bit. That's okay. I'm going to give you, like, the 5-minute crash course or maybe the 10-minute crash course on, like, how to play the game in training mode for 10 minutes and come back walking out a bronzed, Moses statue or whatever. So, like, check it out, man. So when you do this low percent stuff, right, in speed, you want to get the grab. And when you get the grab, you always want to do a forward throw because the tech chase is going to happen. And when that tech chase happens, you have a lot of options. So if you tech, right, I'm going to let Speed Art come back. I, generally speaking, will throw someone forward, and if they tech or if they DI down into it, they have a couple of different options. But if they choose 2 of them, tech in place or miss tech, my string is I like to do nair, down air, dash attack. Look how much percent you just took off of a grab at 0. You took 40% in speed off of a 6% grab. And so, like, you have to understand, what happens if they roll? Are you getting punished for missing a nair? Absolutely not. And I'm covering tech in place and miss tech by doing that string. So I want you to try that real quick. Do a forward throw on me, and then I just want you to, just one step at a time, do a forward throw, and I want you to catch the tech in place with a nair. That's again. Okay, now let's speed art recharge and then do it again.
Right.
I wish I had a more natural training mod, but I don't. This is all we got since we're online. But this stuff right here, like, if you're looking for the quick tip or whatever that doctors hate, do it again. Forward throw, catch the tech with nair. Good. Okay. That looks good. Now do the same thing again. When speed art comes back, I want you to catch my tech or missed tech with nair, and then I want you to chase that nair with a dash attack or with a down air. Because nair and the down air is true after 0. Okay, so don't worry about it, right? Just hit me with the nair and then do a down air. Forget about the throw. Okay, that works too. That works too. Whatever. Try again. Just do nair dash attack. Speed art's gonna run out. I'm gonna kill myself. It's fine. Bam. That doesn't sound super good. No one heard that. I'm gonna kill myself. That doesn't sound good. Okay, you might as well reset your stock too. We're just over here power working. Anyway, so like while we're busy, right? So at mid percents, when you're at 40%, right, and I have you in speed art, there's a couple of options I can do, but one of the main ones I really like to do with this percent is I like to do a nair, and then if you're holding in, I'm going to hit you with this up air, because if I hit you with nair up air, I can buffer deactivate the first up air and then get a vanilla second up air, so I can chain 3 moves. Now, normally when you get a nair in speed art at 40, all you're really going to get is like a fair or something, right? It's not that much damage, really. So the idea is like you want to have these situational ideas. Like, what if someone's holding in? Hold in on this. Oh, sorry. That was the idea. So like you get the speed nair, and then you get the second up air afterwards. That's like 40% off of a single nair. When you're at mid percent like this, a lot of these really deadly stuff can happen in Buster. You can do literally whatever you want here, right? Like at this percent, you can do whatever you want. You're dead. You just die by cornering somebody like that and forcing attack at 60. Okay, try again, right? The simple stuff. Do a forward throw in speed. Catch the tech with nair. Catch the tech with nair and then follow up with a down air. Down air. You got to space the nair, right? So that you got to space the nair so that's true. Like this. Watch this. Right? You want to buffer. It's landing nair, and then you just buffer the down air. You just buffer the down air. It's super simple. Okay, don't even worry about the grab. Get the connect nair and then connect it into down air. Don't overthink it. Just approach with a short hop nair. Okay, you keep full hopping. Do a little short hop, man. Do a short hop nair. You know, approach with a short hop nair. Hit him right with the blade, right where the feet go. There you go. When you hit those nairs, those are called advancing nairs. That's the word that I use for them when I describe them. Advancing nair is what unlocks all of Shulk's combo game. When you're at 22 like that, even if it doesn't kill you, it does 40 damage. When you're at mid percent like that, I can kill you off of that advancing nair by nairing into you like this. Right? Now, there's something that's really obvious that I want you to understand. When you nair into somebody like this, it's not very safe, you know? Like, it's not, you have to kind of commit to shoving Shulk forward into space. Like, what happens if you get stuffed? Understandably, this isn't a very safe option. So I'm going to blow your mind. How do you make advancing nair safe? Simple. You force a tech first. You know what your opponent can't do while they're teching? Defend themselves. Every time you force a tech as Shulk, you are giving yourself a free opportunity to land your optimal combo starter. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so, like, when you play Shulk, I really want you to try to think about that, because your combo starter, it exists, man. Like, you could definitely, it's possible. Like, he has lots of combo starters. At low percent, and also, look, check this out. So, at F throw, at 0, if you hold up for me, right? Hold up.
Mhm.
Is that a force tech, or can you nair out?
I think Froly near that.
Yeah, that's not true. Now watch what happens when I hold down off the forward throw. You grab me and forward throw. That's forced. I can't. I have to tech if I'm holding away or down. So the answer here is, what do you do to an opponent to make them want to tech down? Well, simple. You punish them. What do people normally do when they hold up? They're trying to jump away, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now watch this. I want you to try to jump out of my forward throw. Do you see what I'm doing?
Mhm.
Okay, now I'm going to blow your mind here. You can react to which DI they do off of the throw. I want you to try this first. Get in speed, and I want you to F throw me, and then I want you to chase my double jump. Just assume I'm going to do it. Nope. I want you to watch me double jump, and then I want you to like actually see me, like actually put a hitbox that can punish me for doing that. Do it again when speed art comes back. Like I'm gonna get pretty far away because I'm trying to get away from you. Whatever I want you to do, whatever you can to put a hitbox there to punish me for running away. Do it again.
You said down throw, right?
Or down throw. That's fine too. Doesn't matter. Ideally, I was gonna be F throw. Like come here. So like I want you to mix it up, right? Mix up between DI down and DI away, and I'm gonna react to your DI every single time. Okay, but you should jump when you DI up.
Okay. Noted.
Like I'm not going to jump unless I see you DI up. I'm not. You practice. I'm going to mix up between holding up and holding down off of forward throw, and I want you to only chase my double jump on DI up. Don't chase me unless I'm DIing up.
Okay.
You should be able to react to it. Now, same thing. I want you to mix up between holding up and down. Even if I don't hit you, I know that you're going to jump. Your turn. We're just going to sit here and we're going to take turns mixing it up. So throw me and then react. Which way I'm DIing. Good. Now I have no double jump off stage. Do you understand why that's good?
Yes.
That's like super good. Okay, again, mix up your DI. Even if you escape, am I allowing you to get center stage? You've cornered yourself, right? And I've done that with no risk to myself of getting reversal because I'm just paying attention. Do it again. You're not reacting. You're not reacting to what I'm doing. You've jumped and fared every time, even if I hold down. Okay, mix it up. Down or up. It's a simple exercise, but this is kind of, I think, what you need, man. Because if you don't spend a lot of time labbing, this is like muscle memory stuff. This is muscle memory stuff. Little details that'll make a big impact. We're at too high of a percent. Let's reset. Because like whenever I don't have a lot of time to dedicate towards the game, what really costs me when I do sit down and play is my execution. And this little stuff, it doesn't need a lot of time, but you need to practice it a little bit. So again, mix up your DI, right? Between DI up and DI down. Your turn. I'm going to mix it up. You're late. If I had teched in place, I'd have been gone already. Don't be late. It has to be instant. You have to react to the DI instantly. And I promise you can do it. Again, guess, right? Up or down? And then ultimately the goal is to swap me. So if you see how high I can go, make sure that you're overshooting properly. I feel like you're still trying to swing a little early. It's okay to run for a second. It's not going to be true. Confidently go over there and overshoot. It's not a big deal. Okay, again, mix it up or down. Good. That you're covering something. You're paying attention. So like This is what's going to keep you competitive as you play against better players. You don't have opportunities to guess. You have to hedge your bets. And what better way to hedge your bets than by reacting to DI? In my opinion, I don't know how many people will say this, but in my opinion, I think forward throw is one of Shulk's best information gathering tools. Because I can throw you forward, and in 2 seconds, I know everything about your default defensive options. And not only have you told me everything that you want to do in disadvantage, I also still get a high percentage extension possible. Because if you DI away, I still get a high percentage tech chase. And if you DI up, I'm going to go up there and I'm going to try to hit you. And if I hit you, now you're off stage with no jump, which is extremely scary. And, like, you got to understand, I'm doing 2 things at the same time when I do that. Not only am I getting damage, I'm collecting information about you while I'm continuing my advantage. And that stuff, like, if I had to describe whatever, like, pushed me ahead in front of my peers and lets me beat really big names, that is something that's super important that Shulk has to do. Your moves are not true. You have to pay attention to what your opponent's habits are in between your true strings so that you can set up your outrageous punish game and damage output. Again, right? Mix up or down. It happens fast, right? Because if someone's holding down, think about this. What if I know that the trap is coming and I'm holding down on purpose so that I can tech as soon as possible? You have to learn how to react because someone might also get an unforced tech. It's very possible. Like, have you ever seen somebody, like, tech when they didn't need to? They, like, slowly fall to the ground and then tech? Oh. I wanted the jab kill. Jab doesn't work at 300%. But, like, you're going to find a mixture, right? Like, there's going to be people who hold down on purpose to tech ASAP, and then there's going to be people who just kind of let themselves float to the ground and then tech anyway. That's you have to be able to react to both. And if you don't, like, you're not going to be consistent with your punishment. A lot of characters like Snake have bad tech rolls, but absurd reversals if you don't cover the tech chase. So, like, the timing stuff matters a lot. It's possible online. I promise it's possible. Again, mix up or down. Good. It seems banal. When you break it down to these basic steps, it's like, this is like silly, you know? It's like silly basic. It's like, I don't know, like doing push-ups or running scales on a piano, you know? Again, okay, here we go. Mix up and down. Now, something that is an obvious thing, right, that I haven't mentioned yet. What happens if I DI up but then don't jump? Okay, you have to understand. You need to learn how to cover the most, you have to cover the most far-reaching option first, and then you dial things back in. By learning, think about what gives you the most advantage. What gives you the most advantage is landing this nair. So if they DI down, going for the nair first so that you can get whatever you want is simply optimal. And it's the same way with them double jumping and also holding up and away. Are they always going to jump even if they're holding up? No. But if you connect your fair after you've stripped them of their double jump, are they going to be in a shitty position that could potentially get them killed? Absolutely. It's so good for you that it's worth committing to. Especially at low percent like this, like, if they don't expect it and you hit them, you're literally dead right there. You're literally dead, because if I fair you again, you die. And if you air dodge in to avoid my fair and I read it, you're going to get nair faired, and then you're going to die anyway. Like, it's so dangerous to be right here with no jump. This is the worst place to be for your opponent, right up here in this space with no jump. And overshooting with fair is exactly what causes that. You can kill people at 50% or less by just simply calling out their jump and then edge trapping them right there at the edge where they're out of options. I don't know. Like I said, a lot of this stuff, like, not every Shulk does it, and clearly it's possible to be successful without it. But looking at your play, I really enjoy your neutral and your decision making and your patience. And what I'd like to see more is some more confident punishment and better traps. And so like I've tried to give you some examples of stuff to work on, and like all this stuff in training mode, right? Like you can work on it, do a nair, and then, or like do the nair and the downer combo. Like that thing is great. It's super good. It kills at 45 at the ledge. Or like at 0, like you can get such good combos at 0. So you can get nair and a forward smash. It does a bajillion damage. It's so good. Or even in jump, like, or like at this percent at 30, it's awesome. Check this out. You could do 2 nairs into air slash. Like you could do 30 damage off of a nair. You could do so much percent off of a nair. Or you could do like at mid percents, you could do tons of crazy stuff. Buster, if you know how to use dial storage, you can land this down air and switch to smash art and then tech chase, because down air forces a tech at mid percent. Like get me to 55% and then do a down air. Do a down air. Okay, but you gotta connect. You did the thing, but I need you to connect down air too. This part right here, right? The manually time short hop into down air. I think you need to spend some time practicing that, because I see you doing dial storage out of grab. Oh, by the way, because you're charging dial storage with grab, right? Yeah. Can I show you some better ways to do dial storage while I have you here?
Sure.
So, in my opinion, the 2 best ways to do dial storage, right, is you do dial storage with a down tilt, or you do dial storage with a nair. And there's 2 reasons why. The first reason why is while you're charging, right, you want to make it more difficult for people to know that you're charging. The second reason that's important is that you want to like protect yourself while you're charging, right? Because this is why fair jab is bad. Because jab's not a good hitbox, is it? It's like a really garbage hitbox. So how do we solve this? Well, you just do a slower move. You do fair and then down tilt. When you down tilt, like look at this, fair, down tilt. That's something Nico would do, you know? Like Nico loves these like sword walls, and so you can fair, hold B while you're fairing, and then just buffer a down tilt. So fair, press B while you're in the air, right? Do a fair, hold B, and then while you're holding B, press down tilt. Don't press B until after you start fairing. So fair, B, down tilt.
Short up fair or arf?
Doesn't matter. So fair, B, down tilt. Yep, and then just make sure that you're pressing B while I don't see the dial popping out. You should see the little dial flash that's happening. So hold on, so do you have a Pro Controller or a GameCube?
Pro Controller.
A Pro Controller?
Yeah.
You should consider putting special on trigger so that you can use your thumb for C-stick aerials while still charging the dial. Because it's a lot harder to do. It's a lot harder to do charging with fair if you don't have a free thumb. I'm trying to think about how I would do that. You can do it with if you manually time it with a C-stick aerial. I'm like jumping, I do a C-stick fair, B, hold down while I'm in the air, and then press A to input a tilt. But that's like complicated. I don't know. I prefer my 3-step method. Anyway, that's one method, right? So here's the other method. You press fair, you do a fair, and then you press special, right? And then you buffer a short hop nair out of it. And that short hop nair will lock in your arts. Okay, make sure you're holding B the whole time, and then you also buffer the nair out of the landing leg of the fair. If I had to describe it in simple terms, so you have the stock controls for the Pro Controller, right? It's like B is special, A is attack, X is jump.
Yeah, I have some. I have a trigger jump too.
Yo, just fat finger that shit, bro. B, X, and A. Just literally press all 3 buttons. Literally just fat finger, like right here. Literally just do a fair and then fat finger BXA. Nope, just hold down all 3 buttons. Like, do a fair, and then after you input the fair, just hold down B, X, and A all at the same time. There you go, good. You have dial storage right now. That's it. You just use your thumb. You just use your thumb. Dial storage. Boom. Bomb.
Silly.
But, like, I really enjoy these methods because they allow you to protect yourself better while you're charging, and you always get a full charge, too. And that lets you like make some of that stuff like the Buster Downer. You saw it earlier. Like Buster Downer and a smash down smash is terrifying. It covers 3 out of your 4 tech roll options, and the 4th tech roll option still hits. You just don't die. It's ridiculous. Okay, I went significantly over my time, but that's okay.
Fun.
Yeah, it's okay. I had a good time. I'm chilling. Anyway, so kind of to recap, right? Like I want you to focus on your punish game I want you to focus on how do I do damage with speed art? How do I do damage with speed art? How do I use forward throw to follow DI and hedge my bets, right, and get better punishment? And at mid percent, I need to use Buster Down Air to force tech chases so that I can be absolutely lethal at what I'm doing. Those things are super important, in my opinion, to playing Shulk at a top level. Wow, you died. Feels bad. Okay, let's play one more and I'm gonna call it.
All right.
Anyway, I appreciate you sitting me down over this. Do you have any questions over the stuff I've been talking about the last half hour or so? Because I feel like I didn't really have a lot of structure. I don't know. Like, your punish game is really what I would like to see the most growth in.
Oh no, that makes sense to me. You corrected the punish game, and that's probably where I know I'm lacking the least. I feel like I know how to fight all these different matchups, or when not, mash and whatnot.
Yeah, no, like your
just not
situation,
feeling
your
good at
situational awareness is great. I just need some more lethality from you. And I think some of this stuff with Downer and like the tech chasing stuff is just, it's going to help you so much to make stuff happen. Fucking bad. It's all good. And it's funny that we got to the topic of this tech chase stuff because, like, I actually have a video that goes over it. The specific type of, like, using speed art to tech chase to, like, extend your advantage state and get more damage. It's an old Kome style tech chasing video I put out last year. I'm going to give you a link to that because I think that studying that and applying some of it will be really helpful to you.
Yeah. Ew. I ran out.
This is a good result.
I did not think you could sit that way.
Oh, the downer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, like a ride though.
Tipper down air is wild, bro. Did you know that Tipper down air kills earlier than air slash does?
What'd you
Yeah.
say?
Tipper down air kills earlier than air slash does. Here,
Really?
I just
I didn't
get.
know that.
Oh wait, no, this is not the video I wanted. I'll go find it in a minute.
Yeah, you got it.
I got through that pretty good.
All right, last one for me, man.
All right. How do I pay you? Cash App?
Cash App, PayPal is generally my preference.
All right, I got Cash App on the phone.
Sounds good, bro. I'll get that stuff to you afterwards.
Yeah.
This is a good result.
Okay, let me go find this video. It's a long video. I made it Kome. If I remember the name of it, was Kome style tech chasing. Here we go. This was a good video, man. It's not the longest either. It's only 14 minutes. Okay, so of course my software closed. Perfect. It's a good time to wrap it. So in conclusion, right? In conclusion.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, I really think that you make a lot of good decisions in neutral. And what I noticed the most is just that your punish game off of a hit is inconsistent. And you put your opponent into plenty of situations where you can potentially convert with no risk to you. Like, I want you to understand that very clearly. Like, it doesn't cost you anything to commit to an unsafe nair if your opponent is already teching in the first place. And paying attention to DI on some of your throws, like there's a lot of times where that throw is gonna force a tech, dude. Like it exists. And I think that watching this video will help you because this video is literally 14 minutes of how do I lab forward throw, basically. Like literally like speed forward throw. I turn to like how do I punish people off of speed forward throw in 14 minutes. This video talks about everything about that. And that's what I want you to work on. And I hope that the next time we get to play, I get to see some of that punish game come out. Because, like, you make such good decisions, dude. Like, I feel like the options that you cover at times are really good. And your understanding of the flow of the game is nice. I don't know, everything about it I'm really a big fan of. Also, next time, show up with some VODs. Because it's difficult to be self-aware about stuff and also play. It definitely makes it a lot easier for me to lay things out when it's an independent session, you know, and there's no factors that can be distracting, like we're talking while we play or me describing things. Like I need to be able to see everything just kind of play out with there being not necessarily stakes, you know, it doesn't have to be bracket. Just go find somebody in Georgia, be like, yo, let's play a best of 5 or a first to 5 or whatever, since those are popular. And just save the set, man, and then bring a couple games back. Be like, hey, I really was feeling kind of lost here, or I just want some help with that. Those kind of sets, I think, teach so much for people. And it's like in little sets like this, like there's so much that was working. You know, there was so much that was working, and when things that you were doing weren't working, you were still choosing options, and they just didn't pan out. And so like it's hard to just be like, okay, well, don't do this or don't do that if you had a good reason to do so and it didn't work. Like that's just how fighting games are. You know, you can't cover everything. Anyway, I work on your punish game. Please watch this video I sent you, man. I'm telling you, it goes into so much detail, more than you could possibly ever want, on how to do damage with speed art. It's so important to be able to consistently output damage. Because look at what speed art doesn't do well. It doesn't do single hits trading. It doesn't deal well with characters that swing hard. And so, like, to make up for Speed's lack of damage, you have to be willing to learn how to do damage and Speed. And to do damage and Speed, you have to combo people. Except that Shulk's combo ability still isn't that great. So what you actually end up having to do is convert off of tech chases. Now, the good thing is that it's not hard. And Nair is pretty big. And you're also really fast. So it's difficult to get away from Shulk. Spend some time looking at that video and get in the training lab just a little bit and practice, you know, on a floaty character or a fast follower. Just try practicing characters, you know, working on some of these combos, because I think that's going to help your game a lot. If you look at a top player play, one of the things that really sets them apart is their ability to just kill somebody off of a single interaction. And if you want to end people like Kome does, I feel like your empathy is really good. You're able to understand your opponent really well. And your decision making is good. Your punish game just needs to hit that next level so that if you already know what they're going to do, well, just get a better punish. You know, just get a better punish. Like you already know that they're going to sit there and block or whatever, so break their shield for it. Or if you already know that they're going to roll in, then do a turn around and do a down air, and then do another down air or whatever. Do 45%. Like there's so much room for Shulk to really twist the screws if you have a confident read on somebody. And how do you get a confident read? Well, you hit them, and then you see where they're DIing. If you understand where they're going to DI, you have a much better idea of whether they want to contest you or not. Because if someone's holding up and out, they don't want to contest me. They want to leave. Why would they be holding up and out if they didn't want to contest me? And if they hold down, they're wanting to tech. If they hold straight in, they're probably hoping that they can just mash and I'll lose. So I'll do that appropriately. You can learn so much about which option is the right choice by just paying attention to how people DI. Okay, this concludes what we were talking about. I didn't take a ton of notes, man, but I did have a VOD. I kept a recording of the games we played that I'm going to upload on YouTube, and I'm going to give you later so that you can look at them if you want. And then I want you to take a look at this Kome-style tech chasing, man. I think that is definitely the direction I want you to be taking your game in. I really look forward to seeing how you level up your punish game, because I think that's the next step for you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, great. A
That's
question for you though.
sure, man.
Now, Shulk Online is not as good as Shulk Offline.
They're different. Shulk Online can no longer react. He can no longer reaction ledge trap, and his reaction tech chasing also gets worse. And so the correct answer is that you're supposed to mash more. So back air becomes much better online because people aren't going to parry obvious ones. So there's a lot of times where you just back air spam or you nair spam. That's just the nature of Shulk. Like, you can't take as many risks because you literally can't react well enough to justify it. So in exchange, you just mash a whole bunch more. I can't say it's super satisfying, but that is how it works.
Okay. How do you feel about Shulk fighting Shotos online?
I think that Shulk fighting Shotos is fine. The biggest number one problem that I think people run into is that they start getting their swings parried. But think about this, man. Like, Shotos can't do anything if they don't get a parry. Like, if they get a shield drop, now it's 11 frames, and then they have to run up to you, and then they have to press jab. Like, jab's not really slow when they have to do a dash input and a shield drop. So if you just deny Shoto players a parry, it's a lot harder for them to get in on you.
Okay.
It's actually worse for you to get parried than for you to not hit them at all. So, especially against Shoto players or grounded characters like Mario and Luigi who run up and block to get in, you want to use your nair to control space. You want to swing to make them not jump, and then you do a down tilt so that if they drop their shield, they get punished. And that's what you basically force them to deal with that constantly. Am I going to do nair into nair to stuff your jump, or am I going to do nair into down tilt to stuff your shield drop? And you basically just do that the whole time. There's not really a lot they can do about it. It's annoying. It's really annoying to deal with. And if you watch Nico, he's a master of this. He plays against Master Mario, and he'll do a back air, and he'll turn around and do a down tilt. And so even if the back air doesn't hit, the Mario player is like, aha, this is my chance to get in. But then they get stuffed by the down tilt, and now they're in disadvantage. He's really good at it. And if you watch Nico play against a Mario player, you'll understand more about what I mean about using the sword to keep people out. Keep Shotos out the same way you keep Mario out.
Okay. Now, that much I already know. I also play Terry. He's my secondary.
Okay.
And one thing that it might be an online thing or just an inexperienced thing, is that I stomp Shulks online with Terry, and Terry stomped my Shulk online.
So, the thing about this matchup is that Terry isn't a Shoto. And obviously he's technically not a Shoto. I think artistically and gameplay style, he's pretty much a Shoto. But he's not like Ken and Ryu, because he actually has a decent out of shield game because he can jump out of shield in there.
Yes.
And so Terry's very different, man. You have to respect his shield a lot more. I'll tell you what's really important against Shotos. You have to jab check them. Do you know what a jab check is?
Oh.
So a jab check is where you hit their shield, and even though you're minus, you just hold A and you complete a jab. And this punishes people who think that you're not going to commit to an unsafe button in their face. And so on Shulk, you do this by you hit them with a safe nair. So you hit them with a -3 speed nair, and then you buffer jab. It's frame 8. If they drop their shield, they lose. If they shield grab, they also lose. The only way they win is if they hold shield and eat the jab and then block and then punish you afterwards. So by doing jab checks, you are conditioning Shotos to stay in shield for longer, which lets you do more mix-ups on them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I take back what I said. I do know how to do it when I'm playing Terry, but not as Shulk. So yes.
Yeah,
Just in
so
any-
so like Shulk, like especially online, check it out, man. You need to learn how to do fast fall, short hop nairs as Shulk because not only even though nair is -3 in speed, it's already super safe. Short hop fast fall nair is literally so fast that it's unreactable. So it's actually got a lot more frame advantage than you think. By the time your opponent actually reacts to speed art nair hitting them, you've actually got enough frames that it's like like +0 or like +3 or 4. You have no idea how often I have stuffed an out of shield option because I just run up, nair them, and then just hold jab. And they're like, you nared, now it's my turn. Except now it's not your turn because I'm jabbing. And Wi-Fi makes people react slow. So you get away with that a lot more online than you do offline. If you're struggling to, if in your opinion, to pressure these characters enough, you need to start doing jab checks more often. And this will force people to respect your options more.
Okay.
Something else that I would also consider, you can space your mash. You can actually jab check people with down tilt too. You hit their shield with fair, and then you down tilt them. Is down tilt very fast? No. But if they jump out of shield, down tilt will low profile. If they grab, it'll miss. If they up smash, it'll miss. And if they drop their shield, down tilt wins again. Make sense?
Yes.
That shit is super good, dude. I would abuse it against characters that don't have more range than you. I would try to mix up those two things: is spacing the nair and then space down tilt, or getting right in their face and doing a perfectly spaced nair into jab. Or you can just do a tomahawk jab, or a tomahawk grab, or any of that stuff. Like, that's all good. Terry's a lot harder than the other Shotos, in my opinion. His back special is super good and hard to deal with, and you just have to decide, like, is this Terry being aggressive and trying to get in, or is this Terry being slow and walling me out? If they're being aggressive and they're trying to burst their way in with dash attack and back special, you literally just camp them with back air until they slow down. That's it. Just camp them. What are they going to do? Nothing. They're not going to do anything. You're going to sit there and camp them with back air until they slow down. And then when they start getting slow and hesitant and they start blocking more, then you get to start opening them up again with this down tilt and jab mix-ups. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. You have any other questions for me, man?
Yeah. You've coached other shows.
I
Would
do.
you recommend me maybe sending in watching some of those VODs too? Like maybe in like 10 minutes here or 10 minutes there?
Like
You
of,
said I
of
play
the-
like Santa Claus,
like
so
of them playing, or of them playing me, or what?
your lesson with them, maybe I could pick something from them, would you say?
Gotcha. So like I don't. It's not really normal for me to sit down and play with people during a lesson. It's very standardized at this point. I mostly focus on VOD review because I think that it's much easier for me to observe. Like I put it this way: like it's so much easier for me to help you learn when you can watch yourself play. And so, like, for me, when we sit down and we play friendlies, like, or when we're sitting here and we're working, like, yes, I can sit here and talk about things and I can observe things, but
Yeah.
it's a lot easier for me to be able to freeze stuff. You know, like sometimes things go by so quickly, I'm like, dang, I wanted to talk about that, but we're moving on, you know? And the nice thing about a VOD is that if I see something that's interesting, I could sit there and I can just press pause and press rewind and come back to it. And I'd be like, hey, pay attention to this for a second. And I can talk for 20 minutes about one single freeze frame of the game's interaction. And that, like, I find is really valuable and useful. And so, like, could I? Absolutely. But, like, is that what I consider, like, the most optimal use of time? Not necessarily. Because, like, today, like, I went way over on time, and I'm kind of dragging on a lot of different stuff. And part of that is just because it's not very efficient to sit here and just play until information drips out of my brain. It's just a lot more efficient to be able to have a condensed VOD where you're like, hey, I didn't know what to do here, so that I can be like, boom, boom, boom. You know, here's information. Let's compare that to what we're looking at. Focus on this, focus on that. Take a look at this in closer detail. And the thing is that, like, we can talk about these ideas like jab checks or stuffing someone's shield drop with down tilt, but it's not going to soak in your head the same as if you watch it happen, or if you don't watch it happen. Like, being able to see it right there in slow-mo or in freeze frame, like, it's so powerful as a learning tool, especially for someone like yourself that's short on time. So, like, again, find somebody in Georgia, man. Get one of these good players and be like, hey, come beat my ass, bro. Like, let me get a set in, you know, and then just play until you get a game or two that you're just like, damn, dude, I got bodied, and I don't know why. They did this one thing that I don't have an answer to. For the most part, when we were playing, I felt like I was playing somebody who was really comfortable and who was familiar with a lot of the matchups. Like I didn't feel like any of those matchups was particularly lopsided. You did pretty well into all of them, and so like it's hard for me to just be like, don't do this, don't do that, because you're making good decisions. Like you're making decisions that make sense, and so it's tough. Like I can't derive that lesson goodness from just sitting here and grinding with someone who already has really good fundamentals. Because like, what am I going to tell you? Don't do bad double jumps at a disadvantage. You don't do that. Don't do excessive forward smashes. You don't do that. Don't waste arts. You don't do that. You turn off arts when you don't need them. Like you have so many good habits that work. And other than, hey, your punish game should be a lot more refined, in my opinion. It's hard to like pinpoint specific stuff, and that's why VOD review is so potent. Is because it immediately I can just look at stuff and say, hey, you did this, but like, have you considered maybe trying this, and this, or this in this situation, or that in this situation? And that I think can help expand your outlook a lot. Because instead of saying, hey, you did this and it worked, it gives us time to slow down and be like, hey, you did this and you got an okay result, but you could have done this and gotten a better result. Or what if you'd done this and taken this risk and potentially converted here? Like those kind of details kind of go on the wayside when you play in real time, in my opinion. Like you're not bad, dude. Like your fundamentals are good. I really want to see a VOD from you the next time we talk.
Okay.
Because like
I will make sure I get you that.
I'm telling you, dude. It's so good because when we get a VOD, it lets me sit here and it lets me study that. It lets me take notes, and then you have a piece of paper, you have a document that's like, hey, this is the stuff that you can be focusing on. And you know what's so nice about that stuff is when you're busy and you take 2 weeks off, you can sit down and you can pull open that document, and then you're right. It's like literally you just walked out of the lesson. It's so nice to just have that as a resource. Like, oh, yeah, that's right. I kept hitting Zelda's shield and dying for it. I just won't do that this time. Like having that as a resource is invaluable, in my opinion. And a lot of that stuff, like it only becomes apparent when you take bad losses or when you play really strong players. Anyway, I appreciate you coming in and doing this with me. Please watch.
I appreciate you.
Watch this video, dude. This Kome style tech chasing, bro. I'm telling you, you're gonna watch this video and you're gonna be like, dude, I had no idea that Shulk did all this freaking damage in Speed R. Like, I had no idea. I knew, but, like, I didn't know, if that makes sense. Like, watching it happen in real time over and over again, like, the damage output is insane. This could be you. Like, you could be doing this stuff. And I want you to do this stuff. I think if your advantage state levels up, you're going to be in such a good spot, man. And I think you're going to be really happy when you play some of these strong players. Yeah. Whew, okay. I got to get out of here, man. I got some stuff
Yeah, totally.
I got going on. I appreciate it. Thanks to everybody who's watching. You guys have a safe night. And then I'll get with you after this, okay? All right. Thanks,
All right.
Thanks
Thank you.
everybody.